4 chilling animated stories from the United States you won't believe. Get ready to be spooked as we dive into 4 chilling animated stories from the United States that you won't believe. From coast to coast, this nation harbors dark secrets and unexplained phenomena that will send shivers down your spine. We'll journey through haunted mansions, eerie forests, and battlefields echoing with the whispers of the past. These are not just stories, but windows into a world beyond our understanding, where the veil between the living and the dead is thin. So, lock your doors, turn off the lights, and prepare yourself for a chilling journey into the heart of America's most unsettling mysteries. Deep in the heart of San Jose, California, stands a sprawling Victorian mansion, a labyrinth of gables, turrets, and secret passages. This is the Winchester Mystery House, and its story is as bizarre as its architecture. Sarah Winchester, the wealthy widow of the Winchester rifle magnate, became convinced that her family was cursed by the spirits of those killed by her husband's invention. Driven by grief and fear, she believed the only way to appease these vengeful spirits was to continuously build onto her home. For 38 years, construction never ceased. Carpenters worked around the clock, adding rooms, staircases leading nowhere, and doors that opened to blank walls. The result is a bewildering maze of over 160 rooms, a testament to one woman's desperate attempt to outwit the supernatural. But the spirits, if that's what they were not so easily deterred. Whispers, footsteps, and disembodied voices echoed through the halls. Doors slammed shut on their own. Cold spots sent chills down the spines of even the most skeptical visitors. One of the most haunted spots in the house is said to be Sarah's séance room. It was here that she attempted to communicate with the spirits, seeking their guidance and perhaps their mercy. Today, visitors claim to feel a strange energy in this room, as if unseen eyes are watching their every move. Another hotspot of paranormal activity is the Grand Ballroom. Legend has it that Sarah once held a lavish party here, only to have the entire room fall silent at the stroke of midnight. The guests, overcome with a sense of dread, fled the house in terror. To this day, some say the music from that fateful night can still be heard echoing through the empty ballroom. Then there's the story of the shadowy figure seen lurking in the hallways, believed to be the ghost of William Winchester himself. Some say he's come to protect his wife from the vengeful spirits, while others believe he's trapped there, unable to find peace. The Winchester Mystery House remains a popular destination for ghost hunters and curious tourists alike. Is it truly haunted by the victims of the Winchester rifle? Or is it the tortured soul of Sarah Winchester, forever wandering the halls of her bizarre creation? The answer, like the house itself, remains a mystery. In the early 19th century, a sinister tale unfolded on the Tennessee frontier, a story that continues to chill and intrigue to this day. It's the story of the Bell Witch, a malevolent entity that tormented a pioneer family for years. John Bell, a prosperous farmer, and his family moved to Adams, Tennessee, seeking a fresh start. Little did they know they were stepping into a nightmare. It began subtly with strange noises in the night, rustling in the attic, whispers carried on the wind. But soon the disturbances escalated. Objects moved on their own. Invisible hands tugged at bedsheets. The children were pinched and scratched by unseen assailants. The entity seemed to focus its attention on John Bell and his youngest daughter, Betsy. John's health deteriorated rapidly under the relentless assault of the unseen entity. He suffered from seizures, paralysis, and fits of incoherent rambling. The Bell Witch, it seemed, was determined to drive him to madness or even death. Betsy, a bright and lively girl, became the target of the entity's cruelest tricks, It pulled her hair, slapped her, and whispered threats in her ear. The torment was so severe that it interfered with her schooling and social life. Word of the Bell family's plight spread throughout the region. Neighbors claimed to have witnessed strange lights and heard blood-curdling screams coming from the Bell property. Even the local schoolteacher reported seeing a shadowy figure lurking near the schoolhouse. The entity, which the family came to call Kate after a suspected witch from John's past, seemed to revel in the chaos it created. It would mimic voices, sing hymns in a chilling tone, and even engage in conversations with family members. One particularly disturbing aspect of the Bell witch case was its ability to predict the future. It accurately foretold John Bell's death, whispering the details of his demise weeks before it occurred. True to the entity's prediction, John Bell died under mysterious circumstances, his face contorted in an expression of sheer terror. Even after John's death, the torment continued for a time, but eventually the entity's grip on the family seemed to loosen. It faded away as mysteriously as it had arrived, leaving behind a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. To this day, the legend of the Bell Witch continues to haunt the hills of Tennessee. Was it a vengeful spirit, a demonic entity, or simply a product of the family's imaginations? The truth, like the entity itself, remains shrouded in mystery. Chapter 3. The Mothman of Point Pleasant. In the shadows of a looming chemical plant on the banks of the Ohio River lies Point Pleasant, West Virginia. It was here in the mid-1960s that a series of bizarre sightings terrorized the town and gave birth to a legend as perplexing as it is terrifying. This is the story of the Mothman. It began in November 1966, when two young couples driving late at night reported seeing a large, winged creature with glowing red eyes. They described it as man-like, but with a wingspan exceeding 10 feet, gliding effortlessly through the darkness. At first, their story was dismissed as a prank or a case of mistaken identity. But then, more sightings began to pour in. People from all walks of life, credible witnesses, described the same terrifying creature. It was spotted perched on rooftops, lurking in the shadows of the chemical plant, and even chasing cars down deserted roads. Panic gripped Point Pleasant. The creature, dubbed the Mothman by the local newspaper, became a constant source of fear and speculation. Was it a harbinger of doom, an escaped experiment from a secret government facility, or something entirely unknown to science? As the sightings continued, so did the strange occurrences. People reported seeing unidentified flying objects in the sky above Point Pleasant. Others experienced strange phone calls, electronic disturbances, and encounters with menacing men in black suits who seemed determined to silence anyone who spoke about the Mothman. One of the most chilling aspects of the Mothman legend is its connection to the Silver Bridge disaster. On December 15, 1967, the Silver Bridge, a suspension bridge connecting Point Pleasant to Gallipolis, Ohio, collapsed during rush hour, sending 46 people plummeting to their deaths in the icy waters below. Many believe the Mothman was a harbinger of this tragedy. Witnesses reported seeing the creature in the days leading up to the collapse, perched on the bridge's structure, as if observing the impending disaster. Some even claimed to have seen it flying overhead moments before the bridge gave way. In the aftermath of the tragedy, the Mothman sightings ceased, but the legend lived on, fueled by books, documentaries, and a Hollywood movie. The Silver Bridge collapse remains one of the worst bridge disasters in American history, and the question of whether the Mothman was a mere coincidence or a supernatural omen continues to be debated to this day. Today, Point Pleasant embraces its connection to the Mothman. The town holds an annual Mothman festival, complete with a parade, costume contest, and tours of Mothman hotspots. A 12-foot-tall stainless steel Mothman statue stands guard over the town, a constant reminder of the strange and unsettling events that unfolded there over 50 years ago. Chapter 4: The Ghosts of Gettysburg. Few places in America are as steeped in history and sorrow as Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It was here in July 1863 that one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War raged for 3 long days, leaving over 50,000 soldiers dead, wounded, or missing. The battlefields of Gettysburg are not only hallowed ground, but also a hotbed of paranormal activity, where the echoes of war and the spirits of fallen soldiers are said to linger. From ghostly apparitions to unexplained voices, Gettysburg has been a magnet for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts for decades. Visitors and park rangers alike have reported countless chilling encounters, each adding to the lore of this haunted battlefield. One of the most frequently reported Gettysburg ghosts is the Old Man of the Well. He's said to be the spirit of a Confederate soldier, mortally wounded in battle, who crawled to a well seeking water in his final moments. Visitors claim to see a haggard figure in a tattered grey uniform near the well, often accompanied by the sound of moaning or pleas for help. Another frequently cited apparition is the Lady in White, often seen drifting through the mist near Devil's Den, a rocky outcrop where fierce fighting took place. Legend has it that she's the ghost of a young woman searching for her fiancé, a Union soldier killed in the battle. Witnesses describe her as a beautiful but sorrowful figure, her white dress stained with blood. The Gettysburg battlefield is also said to be haunted by the sounds of battle long after the guns fell silent. Visitors and park rangers have reported hearing the distant roar of cannons, the rattle of musket fire, and the anguished cries of wounded soldiers, even on the stillest of nights. One of the most chilling locations within Gettysburg National Military Park is Little Round Top, the site of a pivotal Union victory on the second day of the battle. Visitors and park rangers have reported seeing shadowy figures moving among the rocks, hearing disembodied voices and experiencing sudden drops in temperature. Another hotspot of paranormal activity is Devil's Den, the aforementioned rocky outcrop where hand-to-hand combat raged. Visitors have reported feeling an oppressive atmosphere, seeing flashes of light and hearing the sounds of battle, as if the spirits of fallen soldiers are still locked in a desperate struggle. Gettysburg is also said to be haunted by phantom soldiers, both Union and Confederate. Visitors have reported seeing entire regiments marching in formation, their footsteps silent, their faces grim and determined. Some have even claimed to have been approached by these spectral soldiers only to have them vanish into thin air. Whether these ghostly encounters are the product of overactive imaginations, residual energy from the battle, or the actual spirits of fallen soldiers, Gettysburg remains a place where the past and present collide, a chilling reminder of the human cost of war and the enduring power of the human spirit. From the haunted halls of the Winchester Mystery House to the ghostly battlefields of Gettysburg, these stories are just a glimpse into the chilling tales that haunt the United States. Each tale, passed down through generations, offers a glimpse into a world beyond our understanding, a world where the veil between the living and the dead is thin. Do you have a spooky story to share? Have you ever encountered the unexplained? Let us know in the comments below. Your story could be the next one to send shivers down our spines. And if you enjoyed this journey into the heart of America's most unsettling mysteries, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more spine-tingling content. Until next time, sleep tight and don't let the ghosts bite.